Hi, welcome to my channel. This will be a guide to the endgame mapping. I will cover everything you need to know from the beginning to end. What you need to look for and how to farm. If you find this video helpful, please hit the sub and like button. Now let's get into it. So you beat the story mode and finally made into the endgame. You open the world map and goes, what the heck is this? Have you ever played any of the old Mario games? There are nodes you have to beat in order to move on to the next one, and at the end, you will reach a boss and you fight it. It's pretty similar to it, so you place your waystone in it. There will be 3 slots under it. Those slots are for tablets. But when you first started, you probably won't have any until you progress more into mapping. So ignore those for now. So before you open the map, you can add prefixes and suffixes to it like an item. You can add up to 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes, so a total of 6 times. Each time you increase it, you will notice the stats on the map changes. First is the revised available number. Each time you add to it, the number will be less. It means how many lives you get to complete the level. Here it says 3, so that means if we died 3 times, then we failed the map. There is pack size, which means density of monsters will be added to the map. Magic monster means blue elite's monster in the map. Rare monster means rare yellow monsters added to the map. There is also rarity, which means items' rarity can be dropped in the map. Waystone drop chance is, of course, more waystones can be found in the map. When you max it out, you will only have 1 chance in doing the map. So be careful and only add to it if you know you can beat it. Then you will place the map and traverse to open it. Portals will open up and you enter, and the goal is to kill all the elites and kill the final boss in the map. Simple, right? So you ask, what are the objectives? What you have to do. The map is covered by a huge fog. Your objectives are to clear the nodes to the nearest tower. Once you completed the tower map, it will clear up the fog in that area and you look for the next tower. The next thing you want to look for are the corrupted areas, which look like this. You find the corrupted zones, and you have to clear the 1 node that is marked with the corrupted Nexus. So find the shortest route to it and clear it. There is different tiers you have to defeat to get the book that will give you Atlas points. Make sure that you are able to clear at those map tier levels. You will have to defeat the final boss, and if you failed, you won't get a second chance, and the zone will be permanently corrupted and won't be cleansed. Then you will have to look for the next corrupted zone. After you defeated the corrupted Nexus, the area will be cleansed. We will come back to the cleansed zone later on for endgame farming. So main objectives are look for towers and corrupted zones, and clear the corrupted Nexus at the tier level you need. As you progress, you will come across some special maps. I would save those maps until you can clear map tier 15. Those nodes are special, and should be done at the highest tier for high returns. The only special map that doesn't really matter is the merchant one. You go in and buy 1 items from him. So I would bookmark them and come back later on. Just right-click, and you can add it to your bookmarks. But you can only have a maximum of 16 bookmarks. So pick the most important ones. In my opinion, the Abyss is the most important, and you should save them all. I will make a list for you for each special nodes, so you know what they are. Some people will pay to do those special maps. For example, Castaway, you can get 1 divine per person to join you doing that map. Each will require a different crafting of tier 15 maps for highest benefits. For example, for Castaway you would want a map with high pack size. For Mirror you would want high rarity items found. But this is all endgame farming, so let's continue in our map progress first. As you mapping and starts to clear higher and higher maps tiers, you will start finding tablets. There are 6 different tablets, and each has its own uniqueness. I will quickly go over them, and then show you what each of them will lead to. The precursor tablet is just a normal tablet. We just use them to gain the mod's benefits. The overseer tablet just empowers the map boss, which can increase the boss drops. The Breach tablet will add a breach to the map. The Expedition tablet will add the expedition to the map. The Delirium tablet will add a mirror in the beginning of the map. The last one is the Ritual tablet, which will add 3 to 4 rituals to the map. Don't worry, I will go over each of them to show you what they are and what they can lead to. So each tablet can contain 2 modifiers. You can just slam a Orb of Transmutation and Orb of Augmentation on it. What you are looking for are increased number of rare monster, increased quantity of items found, increased rarity of items found, and increased pack size or magic monster. So if you add 3 tablets with those modifiers, then your chance of getting better currency will increase. But that also means you will have to spend more time on clearing the map. If you put a map with 1 modifier, then you will only have 1 tablet slot open. If you put a map with 3 modifiers, then you will have 2 tablet slots. If you put a map with 6 modifiers, then you will have all 3 slots. But each time you increase it, the harder it will get. So be careful. Which 3 tablets should you choose? Well, that depends on your build and what you can clear. For me, I go with the normal precursor tablet, the Breach tablet, and the Ritual tablet. You will see a number on the tablets. That is the number of times you can use it. There are also unique tablets, but they only have 5 uses. Rare tablets is only dropped by an endgame boss. Okay, let's go over each tablets and what it does to your map. I will put the Expedition, Breach, and Ritual for this map. Let's start with the Ritual tablet. You will have 3 to 4 of this tree looking thing. You click on it, and it will start spawning monsters, and you will have to kill them all. As you are killing them, you will gain points which you can use later to purchase items from the ritual. After you finish the last ritual tree, you can purchase items from it with your points. Sometimes you will get something very good, but will cost a lot of points to get. Most likely you will have to defer it until the cost is low enough to be purchased. The main thing you want to buy from here are the petition splinters. You can re-roll the favors by using the tribute points. Try and use up all your points, and hopefully you get something good. After you collected a lot of the petition splinters, you can go to your realm gate, which is located beside your home on the world map. The first level will require 50, level 2 will need 100, and the last level will need 150 splinters. The higher level will give you less portals, so make sure you can do it before attempting. When you enter, you will face a boss.
Not avoid something in between. Nothing.
This boss is kinda buggy. If you make him go to phase 2 while he is standing on the platform, you won't be able to attack him, so be careful not to bug him. Once you get him low enough, he will teleport you away. Just follow the wisp, and they will show you the way. Once you enter the arena, you will start phase 2. Kill him here and you are done. This boss drops a lot of omens, and some unique that are worth divines. So it's a good boss to farm. After you defeat the boss from each tier level, he will drop a book to get points to put in the ritual tree on the Atlas. That is the ritual tablet and what it lead to in the end. Next is the breach tablet. You will see this hand-looking thing. You walk on top of it and it will start. You have to kill as many monsters as you can. It can be overwhelming. Make sure to do this last with a cleared map. You will get breach splinters after it ends. I am such a noob. Only got 10. If you can clear a lot, you can get around 20 to 30 per breach. After collecting enough breach splinters, you can use them on the realm gate, close to your home on the world map. There are 3 tiers. Each tiers will increase the difficulty, so make sure you are able to do them before attempting. When you enter, you will see a hand-looking thing. To start it, you walk on top of it. Same way like the map, kill everything. You move upward and follow the path. When you kill elites, it will add extra times. Once you reach the end, you will get your rewards. You can get the breach rings and the catalyst from here. After you pick up your loots, you move on to the boss fight. You will face this boss with 2 giant hands on his back. I wonder what he used his giant hands for. He is pretty easy. After each attacks from him, he will pause for a bit until his next attacks. Just dodge his attacks and beat him up while he is thinking what to do next. If you are lucky, this boss can drop some nice unique. They are worth a lot of divines. I made over 50 divines farming this boss, so this is one of my favorite ones to run. grab the Book of Knowledge, and gain points to put on the Breach Tree. After completing all the tiers, you will have all 8 points. That is the Breach Tablets and what it lead to in the end. The Expedition Tablet will add this bomb site to your map. After you clear the area, you will be given 5 bombs to plant and blow up flags, boxes, and whatever is within the range. I would take a quick look and see what I favor the most. For example, if you see a lot of gains from monsters and not chests, then I would blow up monster mods and a lot of flags. If you see a lot of chest mods, then I would blow up chests over flags. After you planted the 5 bombs, you detonate it. Kill everything that spawns and loot everything you need. Fire debuff and fire damage is a killer. Have to be careful here. If you get frozen or stunned while you have those debuffs, it's death. So you wonder what those drops are used for? They can be used for purchasing from the 3 merchants, or can be used for the Recombinator. I like to buy belts and rings from this merchant. If you don't see anything you want, you will have to use our exotic coinage to re-roll. If I see one high resistance on the belt, I would buy it. This merchant will also let you craft by paying more of the expedition currency. For example, you buy this ring, and it will give you options to craft the ring. It will tell you and highlight which mod it want a modifier. You can skip or upgrade.
This one could use a bit more work. Oh, bloody hell. Snapped off it.
Once you have no more options, or you don't want any more changes, you can just take the ring. The Recombinator will also use those currencies. The Recombinator is a new crafting way of merging 2 modifiers together. It's a great way to merge 2 Tier 1 modifiers together. You can watch my crafting video on my armor where I merge 2 Tier 1 defenses mods together. The most wanted item from the expedition is this logbook. You bring the logbook to this NPC. He will open the portal to it.
It seems that our forebears scouted a few islands before settling on the main strangely.
Here you will be given 20 bombs to plant. The monsters will become super strong after you give them so many modifiers, so be careful to not make them to buff. I do ice damage, so I will avoid immune to cold damage modifiers. After you planted all 20 bombs, detonate it and wait for all the bombs to go off. You can check all the modifiers on this icon here. After war, just kill everything and loot everything. Honestly, I hate expedition runs. I take so long to plant the bombs and kill everything. Sometimes it gets too hard for me, and I die so many times just to clear it. But if you are running some range build and can destroy everything, then this would be for you. You will find the runic splinters from running expeditions. Collect enough of it, and you can fight the boss. Bring the splinters to the realm gate close to your home on the world map. There are 3 tier levels. Complete them all for your points.
Another step on the road less traveled.
This boss has 2 phases. He moves a lot and headbutts you. Dodge all his attacks and you should be good.
Purify.
Grab the Book of Knowledge and gain points for your Atlas. I hate doing logbooks, so I still haven't got my 8 points on my expedition. But that is how you complete your expedition Atlas. For the Dilirium tablet, at the start of the map, there is a mirror-looking thing. Go into it, and it will start. Try and kill everything before it closes. When the time is up, you will get liquids and simulacrum splinters. You use those splinters in the realm gate close to home where you first started mapping. There are 3 tiers. Complete them all for your Atlas points. When you enter, you will be in a little arena. You will see something called Delirious. I want you guys to remember this, because we will use that on our maps to juice it up. This is a great way to test yourself how far you can go with the Delirious. There will be 15 waves, and each time the Delirious will increase and makes the difficulty harder. But better drops will also increase.
I think it's time to last test your limits.
I will skip to the last 2 waves. The Delirium is at 105%, and the monsters are strong as hell. I might even die here if I do any mistakes. The good thing is, you can go back to your hideout to recover your flasks and charms whenever you need. It will spawn 2 bosses at the later waves. You will have to defeat them while getting overrun with other spawns. This is one of the harder splinters run, and only recommended if you have a very strong build. The higher the Delirium, the higher chance of getting higher currency drops. That's why people want to Delirium their maps as high as possible, but also meaning it's super hard to clear. As you can see how tough they are to kill. I could die any second here if they get me stunned or overrun me. On top of that, I have to worry about 2 boss and make sure not to get hit by them. It's very tough but rewarding.
Frightened me. I will not let them.
Believe me, you will fall.
Shattering!
After you clear the last wave, it will drop a book of knowledge, and you can use it to gain points for your Delirium Atlas tree. Complete all the tiers, and you will have the 8 points, and that is the end of the Delirium tablet and what it lead to the end. At this point, you have completed all your tablets run, you have finished the last corrupted Nexus for your 30 Atlas points. How do you get the remaining last 10 points? Remember I told you to bookmark all the unique nodes and come back to it later on. Well, now it's the time to go back to it. You can sell them in trade chat and party up, or do them solo. For the first clear of the unique nodes, you will get 2 points. So do all 5 of them, and that will be your last 10 Atlas points. You got your 40 points, 30 from Corrupted Nexus, and 10 from unique maps. Where should you put them? There are 7 things you really want to put in, and the rest doesn't really matter. They are pack size, magic monsters, rare monsters, quantity of items found, rarity of items found, increased tablets mods, and waste stone mods. So you want a map full of monsters that is super buffed up with a lot of modifiers. That way you will have a higher chance of finding better currencies like divines. This is the most general way of finding raw currency. If you want to find more white items, then you can lower magic monster and rare monster and put the points elsewhere. If you want more shines, strong boxes, exiles, or essences, then you can go those path. There is one node I want to mention. It's this local knowledge. This only works on those specific maps. So it's unless if you are not doing those maps. I would switch over to the other side until I do those maps. Like this. This is just a basic raw currency setup. You can change it around to what you are farming. So that is the Atlas tree and all the tablets trees. But wait, there is one more, and this is the last part of the Atlas. When you are able to clear a full modifier tier 15 map, you will be able to gain points for this tree. Completing those requirements for the first time will give you 2 points. The first 2 you probably completed when you cleared your full modifiers tier 15 maps. Next will be your anomaly maps. There are 4 of them. Each have a deadly boss you have to defeat. To access them, you will need to finish a requirement. I will put them up so you can see what you need to access them. They each have a unique way to gain access to them. Once you can access one of them, defeat the boss with full modifiers, and you will get 2 points. Next will be your Citadel maps. There is 3 Citadel maps, and they each will have a boss which you have defeated before playing the campaign. Just this time, they will be 100 times stronger and harder to beat. You see this light in the fog? This is most likely a Citadel map. So just go towards it. Once you reach it, you put a tier 15 or higher map with 6 modifiers and defeat the boss, and you will get 2 points. However, if you fail to kill the boss, then it will become a red node, and you won't be able to do it again. You will have to find a next Citadel map. When you defeat the Citadel boss, it will drop a fragment. You will need 3 different fragments from each Citadel boss to unlock the last boss. Or you can buy them from the market and save yourself the time to look for those citadels. Once you have the 3 fragments, you can bring them to the world map. You probably located the burning monolith, but just can't access it. But if you haven't found it yet, it looks like this. You won't be able to do anything unless you have the 3 fragments. So place the 3 fragments in the stone, and you can fight the final boss, Arbiter of Ash. This boss is no jokes. I recommend watching some guides before attempting. He will one-shot you if you don't know the mechanics. This boss drops the unique diamonds everyone wants. After defeating him, you will gain your last 2 points for your Atlas tree. Now for the vault. You will find reliquary keys clearing maps here and there. They are keys to access the vault. The vault is located on the left side of your starting point on the world map. You put the key in the vault, and you can access it. You just run to the end, and you will find a big treasure box or a vault. It will contain 1 unique item in it. The item from the vault will glow greenish. which looks pretty cool compared to the normal one. You could get a headhunter belt from the vault, but the chances of it is very low. But they are extra items you can get from mapping. Next will be the Grand Project Precursor unique tablet. They are used to speed up on your mapping. You will put in that tablet when doing a tile map. Once you clear it, you can access any nodes within that tile range. You won't need to clear maps after maps to get to each nodes. You can use this method in tile hopping and gain access to all the nodes you want faster. You can find Citadels, corrupted Nexus, and unique maps faster and just farm them. Now you have completed your atlas, you have a strong build, and can clear tier 15 maps with full modifiers. You saved all those unique maps and cleansed Nexus. It's time to juice your maps, so you can find divines like crazy. I will go over 2 different ways to juice your map, and where you should run it. If you look back at my atlas tree, I have everything to increase modifiers on our tablets, waystones, rarity, and rare monsters. Depending on which 3 tablets you choose to run with your maps, you can also choose to increase modifiers on monsters. The point is to buff the monster up as much as possible for a lot of drops. The first way to juice our maps are increasing the item rarity drop to the highest. So you add 6 modifiers on it. Then you use the Omen of Chaotic Rarity and slam a Chaos Orb on the map. It will remove any modifiers to item rarity modifiers. From there you use an Omen of Sinistral Necromancy and desecrate the map. Bring it to the well and use an Omen of Echo. We are looking for the following mods. We always will pick over Run if it comes up because this is the best mod to get. Second will be additional pits or Abyss modifier. Fourth will be guaranteed rewards. And last will be Depths or Boss. Didn't get over Run, so we will re-roll here. Didn't get anything good here. Oh well, we just go with more pack size. Second way is to change all the modifiers to rare and magic monsters. You will use the Omen of Chaotic Monster and slam a Chaos Orb on your map. You would want rare monsters higher than magic monsters unless you get this one mod on it. Rare monsters have 1 additional modifiers. Remember I told you, the more mods monsters gets, the more drops we will get. So if you get this mod, keep it. Use an Omen of Sinistral Necromancy and desecrate the map. Bring it to the well and get the following mods. I forgot to record the part at the well, but I got over Run on this map. With those 2 mods, you can sell this map for 1 to 2 divines. So you made 2 maps, one with high rarity and one with high monsters. Next part is add Dilirium to it, and there is 3 tiers to this. Tier 1 is adding either rarity item found or rare monster to it. For the high rarity map, I would add the rare monster to it. So add 3 Liquid Paranoia to it. If you have the high monster one, then you will add 3 Liquid of Greed to it. For your tier 2, you will add higher Delirium to it. If you watch the part where I did the Delirium run, the higher the Delirium, the stronger the monsters will be and the chance of dropping better items. Adding 3 Liquid of Fear will give you 60% Delirious. For tier 3 juice map, you will add the Liquid of Isolation. Each will give you 50% Delirious. So 3 will total of 150% Delirious. This will make the map super hard, and you have an overrun Abyss with addiction modifiers. If you go back and watch my run in the Delirium, just over 100%, and I was dying to white monsters. So just imagine. So if you want to challenge yourself and see what kind of drops you can get from this tier, go for it. Next will be tablets to go with the maps. So if you're running a high rarity maps, you will run it with increased number of rare monsters. You want rare monster and rarity about the same. So balance it out with the tablets. You would do the same with the high monsters map with tablets with increased rarity. Very simple as long it's about the same. Where should you run those juice maps on? Well, remember I told you to save those cleanse Nexus. Let's have a look at them. If you go over each cleanse nodes, they will give you extra modifiers. What we want is increase rarity of items found. Increase rare monster. Add extra modifiers. But we don't want reduced quantity of items found, So we have to look for something like less experience with high rarity. Like this one. We can run it with our high monsters maps with this rarity with our tablets, and we have our insane amount of monsters with high delirium with additional modifiers. Can't imagine the drops from them. Running those juiced maps on Abyss maps is also good, especially the maps with Abyss modifiers. You just making them super juiced up for drops. That is how you run your juiced up maps, and hope you don't die while running them because that would suck. That is my guide to the endgame world mapping. Hope I didn't miss anything. If you found this helpful, please give me a sub and like. Hope this helps a lot of beginners who is new to the game or getting to know more on how to do endgames. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or what would you like to see next. If you like to learn how to craft, go watch my other videos on how to craft. I will see you in the next video.